for Brian Allen and Scotty Giddos. The 5, Amira Girl, is Dave Smith and Lakdar Ramoli, and the 7, Vino Palantina, Dave Smith and Brandon Louis. 1100 metre trial, they're making their way around to the start.
That draw, Jagsy Turner should be able to give him a very similar run to what he enjoyed when winning last start. Number 2, Ryewood, odds-on favourite and very popular with all punters. Even money was the top quote, opened up 165, hit even money, now back into 175 for Ryewood. Senior rider Tash Faithful goes on after being ridden by an apprentice last start when getting a long way back, held up into the corner and flashing late home for 4th, beaten 3/4 of a length behind It's a Lance and others that are in this field as well, including Brazen Empress. But I think most people watching those replays have sold themselves that if she got the runs at the right stage, she would have come out victorious, and today she's into $1.70 to rebound. Number 3, Magic Will Rain, the first of 2 stablemates trained by Trevor Tasker. Chloe Azzopardi rides this one. Beaten 4 lengths by It's a Lance last start. Made a bit of ground late from a long way back from a better draw. Hopefully gets a softer run here. $26 for Magic Will Rain. Number 4, Freedom Square, Helen Harding, Lakdar Romilly combined, and this horse is just horribly out of form at the minute. Been getting a long way back and not making any impression in recent runs. He is dropping a lot of points over a lot of runs, but at this stage, that's about the only silver lining. He's at 60 to 1. Number 5, Passion Prince, the second of these runners trained by Trevor Tasker. Brandon Louis takes the ride here, has the orange cap on. Expecting here today that he'll improve out in distance. He is by Savabeel out of one of Bob Peters' mares Impassioned. Expecting here that he'll enjoy the trip in terms of distance, and he should get the right run as well. A $15 chance and a first 4 player, you would think. Number 6, Olden, Helen Harding prepares this galloper. Cassie Martin and the replacement rider for Bo Edwards, not available today. 1.5 kilo claim for Cassie will be taken here. Olden still looking to reach peak fitness. Eventually they'll be able to ride him for speed, but at this stage of his prep, he's still building in fitness. He is a $23 chance. Number 7, Brazen Empress, $3.70 and on the second line of betting, a newly turned 4-year-old by Safeguard, prepared by Peter Fernie. All 3 victories here at Kalgoorlie, once over 14, once over 16, once over 1100 metres as well. Going out to the 2100 here today, tried very hard behind It's a Lance last start, and that is this mare. She's a real trier, $3.70. Number 8, Dancing Jack, Scott Giddos riding for Pam Oram, a backmarking type who does have a nice turn of foot on his day, but we're yet to see it this preparation, and for that reason, he's at $26. Number 9, Deal Red continues our line of roughies here at 30 to 1. Probably the leader, I would think. Just roll across from that wide draw, eventually work your way to the top and see where he's at. Put in a reasonable run behind So Likeable 4 starts ago, and again 2 starts ago, but he is probably not the best suited to Kalgoorlie. He's only 1 from 34. Number 10, Shoalin Temple from the yard of Mac Hall. Vicky Corver rides here. Goes back out to the staying trips after going around in a graduation at Belmont 8 days ago. They were getting balloted out of races, so they had no choice but drop him back in distance and take a run where they could. He's now here on the Goldfields looking for an improved effort at 40 to 1. The final horse here is the Candy Kid, who went around in the Belmont Classic 22 days ago when leading them up to the top of the home straight, but then didn't have the class to go with horses like We Rate You and Manzor Magic. Back here to a 64 plus at Kalgoorlie. Hopefully he can be in front for a fair way. My numbers here in race number 3, awfully hard to go past Ryewood on what she did last start without luck. From the stablemates, 7, Brazen Empress, and 1, It's a Lance. I'd be surprised if it wasn't Peter Fernie training the first 3 winners here today at Kalgoorlie. And 11, the Candy Kid. I put the potential leader in there to give a bit of cheek in front. 2, 7, 1, and 11, but it's into $1.70 now for Ryewood here. 3 minutes ahead of race number 3.
Okay, just over 2 minutes off start time here for race number 3 on the card. It is the Pryce Mining Services Handicap. 2100 metres. The distance, we've got a short priced favourite in the form of number 2, Rywood, at 170 fixed. Currently $2 on tote. The second line is the drifting Brazen Empress, $3 out to 4s now, $3.90 on tote. Next best is the top weight. It's a Lance, a last start winner. At 950, has to carry the full 60 kilos today. No claim. Carried 58.5 last start to victory with that same man on his back, Troy Turner. Almost gunned down by El Sueno, but held on. Good little vantage point to watch the start of this race. Roughly 150 metres to the winning post, so watch them thunder down the home straight. Main quaddie legs today are races 5 through 8. Should be a good pull too, so make sure you get involved if you don't mind a quaddie. As these runners start to come forward at the 2100. Rywood being led up into line. She carries 59.5 today. Tash Faithful in the saddle. Shaolin Temple's gone forward. Brazen Empress also locked away is Magic Will Rain, who will don the purple cap of the 2 Trevor Tasker trained gallopers. Passion Prince in the orange cap. Here comes the Candy Kid, one of the likely pacemakers engaged here. Olden locked away. Deal Red just behind the line, about to come forward. Here comes the toppy, It's a Lance. Been a good, well-performed galloper, It's a Lance, on the Goldfields for owner Andrew Ingles. Thanks, Stu. Tab Radio on board for the Pryce Mining Services Handicap, 2100 metres. We're going over for the third. It's been Peter and Lucy so far in the first two. Peter Fernie and Lucy Fiore have combined with Secret Style, an absolute plum. Okay, here comes Passion Prince. We're set at the 2100. Stand by. Ready to go. Some of these on trial for race round here. Gates fly back. They're off. Level dispatch. Brazen Empress, one of the first to break the line. Likewise with the Candy Kid. Deal Red from out wide, pushing forward with Olden. And It's a Lance is going to hold a prominent position. They were followed by Magic Will Rain. Next was Passion Prince. Rywood in the second half of the field, the favourite. Back there with it, Shaolin Temple, Freedom Square and Dancing Jack is at the tail. It's the Candy Kid as expected. Found the top, shows the way with 16.50 to run. Leads out a length and 3/4. Running second is Brazen Empress, third Deal Red. They were followed next of all by Magic Will Rain. Between runners, It's a Lance, 3 wide is Olden, being followed by Rywood, the inside Shaolin Temple. Then we had Passion Prince to the outside, third last, 3 wide, second last Freedom Square, and it's Dancing Jack, the veteran, at the tail. So they head to the back straight. It's the Candy Kid who's setting an honest clip in the third from Kalgoorlie. Shows out just over a length. There's Olden, who's improved to second now to sit at the leader's girth. Then we had Brazen Empress run of the race, being followed by Deal Red, who's on the outside of Magic Will Rain. A further length and a half then to It's a Lance with Shaolin Temple. Rywood being ridden cold by Faithful. Only 3 behind the mare, and they include Dancing Jack, Freedom Square and Passion Prince. It's the Candy Kid with 8.50 to run as they head to the Charles Street side of the course. Shows the way, 3/4 Olden. They were followed by Brazen Empress, who's had a dream run, third in the clear. They were followed next of all, down on the inside to Magic Will Rain, together with also their Deal Red. There goes Rywood around the outside with 600 metres to run. It's a Lance making its run at the same time. Then Passion Prince, who grabs onto the coattails of them, Shaolin Temple, Freedom Square, Dancing Jack. 400 metres to run as they approach the straight. And on the inside, it's Olden. Olden being joined by Rywood, the outside. Faithful's taken off a long way from home, but she looks confident. It's Rywood who hit the lead from Olden. Brazen Empress starts its challenge. They were followed next of all by Magic Will Rain. And then we had It's a Lance. Rywood just in front. Here comes Magic Will Rain closer to the fence. Rywood, Magic Will Rain, Magic Will Rain, Rywood. It's Magic Will Rain getting the head up, and Magic Will Rain wins. Ahead, second Rywood, photo third, Dill Red or It's a Lance. They were followed in next of all by Olden. And then we had Shaolin Temple, Freedom Square, Dancing Jack. They were followed in next of all by Passion Prince. And last to greet the judge was the pacemaker in the Candy Kid. Number 3, Magic Will Rain, has outstayed Rywood. $34.90. 3, 2, 1 the numbers. 1 gets third, It's a Lance. 9 Dill Red will get fourth. That was a ding-dong battle up the straight. By G's Tash took off early on Rywood. She hit the lead with a good 300 metres to run and has gone down ahead. Maybe a short neck, but it was Magic Will Rain. A good ride by Chloe Azzopardi. Good to see Chloe get a winner on the Goldfields and has got the better of Rywood in the run to the line. Third is number 1, It's a Lance. Fourth is the 9, Dill Red. But that was a good staying battle. Enjoyable to watch, and Rywood just getting nabbed on the line by Magic Will Rain. Trevor Tasker, the trainer. Chloe Azzopardi in the saddle by Magic Albert from Tantra Dancer, owned by Trevor and Linda Tasker. Magic Will Rain brings up career win number 7. 2 was second Rywood for Pete Fernie, Tash Faithful. By Redwood from Rock on Rye, owned by Andrew Ingalls. Third, the 1, It's a Lance, Pete Fernie, Troy Turner. By Blackfriars from Idyllic Queen, owned by Andrew Ingalls. 9, Dill Red, Helen Harding and Lisa Staples. 3, 2, 1, 9, a neck by 2 lengths, 2:10.83. They've run home in 37.72. They're the interim details for race 3. Race 4 is next, the BMGS Handicap at 2:16. Scratch the 2 and the 14, Victoria Corva. To ride the 6 Prey with you, Christy Bennett will go on to Tack Goes Boom number 10. In the meantime, 3, 2, 1, 9 after the running of race number 3.